Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm just getting ready and I wanted to do just a video on the look that I'm going to do today for where I'm going, and I'm going to be using, I thought it would be a good idea. I recently did a project pan video letting you guys know products that I wanted to use up for 2018. And so today I'm just getting ready and I thought I would film a video of a look that I'm going to do. It's not a tutorial or anything because, like I've stated many times, I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything. This is just the way I do my makeup and I enjoy doing the makeup. So I thought I would go ahead and do a look using the products that I'm trying to finish up for 2018. So I thought I would just hop on here and record that. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I went ahead and did my brows already. I moisturized my skin. I did just go ahead and put on a primer on my eyes. It's the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in Nude. It looks just like that. And I did use my tried and true E.L.F. brow pencil in the color Neutral Brown. That is what I used for my eyebrows, as well as I used this NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in the color Espresso. I went ahead and I lined my brows, then I filled them in with that pomade. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and add a shade white, just a white shade, neutral shade to my lids to set that eye primer that I just put on. And hopefully you guys are close enough. But like I said, this is not so much a tutorial as it is just a video of me getting ready and coming up with a look that I can do with the products that I mentioned that I'm wanting to finish up for 2018. So I'm using this Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. I mentioned this in that video. And I'm just trying to get some of this color here, Heaven. It's just that base color to set down. And I'm just trying to get some of this and put it on my eye to set that primer down. It's kind of hard to get because, as you can see, I have hit pan on it. And just trying to get around that. So I'm going to just see what I come up with. Now, tonight we're going to, I believe it's called a Christmas cantata. It's like a Christmas program, and I know we're still in October, but it's something that they do every year, and this is our first time going, so we are really excited about that. So I thought I would just sit down and film and do a look. And please don't mind my nails. They're really, really bad if you see them. Okay, so now I'm going to try to go in with a crease color. So I'm using these two palettes today. The Too Faced, I talked about this in my project pan. This is the Sephora 15th anniversary. And I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette, as I stated before. And I think I'm going to try to pick up some of this Velvet Revolver. It is kind of almost gone here, but I'm going to see if I can get my brush in there to pick up some of that. And if not, I think I'm going to either use the Behind the Counter or even this Chocolate Soleil bronzer. That would make for a good transition shade. So I'm going to go ahead and see how that comes out and see if I can get some product from in this Velvet Revolver. Sometimes I can. It depends on the brush, but it's like really, really like down to the nitty gritty. And I'm going to just take that into my crease, a little bit above my crease. And I'm using the Morphe 518 brush. I hope you guys are having a good day and had a good week. Actually, I'm filming this on a Friday. Probably won't go up until Tuesday or so, but by then, hopefully still. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit of product, not a whole lot, but you can definitely see that something's going on my eyes because it's adding color to my eyes. So I'm just going to continue trying to build that up and get it to my liking. And then I'll move on to a different shade. So I've been really enjoying doing my eye makeup first. I've always been the type of person to do foundation first, but lately here I've been trying this and I've definitely been loving doing my eyeshadow first. Because if you mess up, you can just wipe your eyes, and just really clean that up. And not have to redo your whole face, which is really, really nice. So I really like that I'm able to still get, as you can see, I was able to get product out. So I'm just going to continue to work that in and build that up until I'm content with. Okay, so I like the way that is there. I'm just going to look a little closer in this mirror that I have. Okay, so sometimes it's hard to see in this mirror. So I like the way that looks there. So now what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is I have these two, let's see. I have this really pretty color that I'm really wanting to use. And it's right here, the 525 Market. Right here. It's like a pretty brown. It almost has like a sheen to it. It's not matte. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and gently just place it here in the outer parts of my eye. I'm going to try to do my very best with that. And this brush that I'm using is an E.L.F. crease brush, and it looks just like this. And I'm going to gently just dab in that, and I'm going to take it on the end. Now I'm just pretty much coming up with a look as I'm doing it here. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it turns out nice, but I'm thinking I need a little bit bigger brush for this. And it placed it good, but I'm going to need something to really just blend it in there. As you can see, there is some fallout, and maybe I just picked up too much product, but there is a little bit of fallout there. It's a beautiful, beautiful brownish, almost has like a reddish tone to it. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do in the inner part of my eye is put these two gold colors. I think that would be really pretty together. So I'm going to continue building this up. And I'm also going to go see if I can get me another brush to continue to build this on the other side. Because like I said, this is not so much a tutorial, it's just me getting ready and showing you guys the look that I come up with using these Project Pan items that I'm trying to finish up for the 2018. So I'm going to continue getting this to my liking, continue building this up, and when I get to the next part, I will come back on here and show you guys that. Be right back. Went ahead and built that up to where I liked it. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to, I cleaned off my brush, and so I just kind of gently blended it all in together. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and take that gold shade. So the first one I'm going to start with is this Honey Pot right here. And then it's a little bit more brighter gold. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is go in with this GRWM, which is like a goldish bronze color. Or maybe I'll do reverse. I'll do the GRWM first and then the honey pot. So I'm going to go ahead and take that shade like I said. I'm going to first do the GRWM. And I'm going to just place that everywhere that I want it on this part of my eyelid. And my brush is a little bit wet, so that could actually be helping the product. But I swatched it and it's beautiful color. I don't think it needs to be wet to really get the pigmentation. So I'm going to continue doing that and building that up. Sometimes, as you guys seen in previous videos of mine, I have used my finger like on those shadows that are just sometimes a little bit more difficult to pick up. And the only reason I do that is because it tends to be a little easier to do, to put on the lid. But I find like even with how the size of this brush, it's smaller, I feel like with that, it just really places the product evenly where I want it. I find because my fingers sometimes can get all over it, can mess it up and make it not look nice. So I'm just going to continue building this to my liking. I know I use that word a whole lot, but it's all I'm pretty much going to do. I might have to go back in with that brown on the ends again because I'm adding a lot of the gold, which is fine. I don't mind. Okay, so that's that there. That's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I really love that. I think that would even just be beautiful all on the bottom part of the lid, maybe with a little bit of a light transition shade. Okay, so I'm going to go in and just clean that up just a little bit. Take a Q-tip. It got a little bit on my lid where I don't want it. And I'm just going to, got a little bit too much up here. So I'm just going to go in and just try to wipe what I can off. And on this side as well. This one I did pretty good. This one I went a little bit too far up. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I still want to go ahead with that honey pot that's more of a brighter, yeah, I think I'm still going to do that. So I'm going to take the same brush I was using. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit, get that product off. Okay, I got the brush clean again. And then I'm going to take this one here, this is Honey Pot, and I'm just going to place it right on top of that GRWM that I just put down on my eyes. It just really intensifies that shade. I mean, it was beautiful on its own, but it really just intensifies that color and just makes it look so, so beautiful. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm going to continue to just go over this a little bit more and add some more of the brownish shade on the end and do some more blending, and when I'm done with that, I will come back on. So I went ahead and I did that part. Now I'm just going to take this color here, this piano keys, and put that in the brow bone area. And I'm going to take this really small brush that I have from E.L.F. It's a detailed crease brush, but it's very tiny, so I use it to get up in here. Has a little bit of shimmer, this piano keys, so I just want to pretty much just bring it right in this area of my eyelid. just like that. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and be done with the eyes. We'll go back to that in just a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and get into my foundation and all of that. So the primer that I'm going to be using today on my skin, I don't know what happened to it. I guess I'll be using this today, my Master Prime Maybelline number 300. Don't know what happened to my other one, but it's okay. This one does feel really nice on the skin, and I do feel like it blurs the skin, you know, and preps it for the foundation. Feels really silky. So I'm going to give that just a minute to set. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and the foundation I'm using today is this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum. And mine is in the color Classic Ivory 101. And this was the foundation that I mentioned that I need to finish up and use, because I've had it for a while now. And the thing with this foundation is it's not, like I mentioned in that video, it's not an everyday foundation. So it's not like, you know, one that you want to use like just on a day-to-day basis because of the full coverage and all of that. So that makes it a little bit hard to use it every day and, you know, be able to use it up, but I'm going to do my very best. Today we are going to a, like I mentioned earlier, it's called Christmas Cantata, and it's like an, not an event, but it's like a social gathering and stuff. So of course I want my makeup to look good. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is do two different things. I'm going to take this AOA Studio High Def Brush F3. I'm going to blend that all into my skin. And then I'm going to take the Beauty Blender and just kind of pounce my skin and get whatever left over that it did not blend in before. I'm just going to put this all over. And I did just put a little bit on my hand, and I was able to put all of that on my skin. It is a very good foundation. It's great for dry skin. It's hydrating. And for me, typically my favorite way to apply foundation is with a beauty blender or some kind of beauty sponge. But I've been liking to just go in with a brush first and not so much like move the product around, but just like kind of dabbing the product, you know, onto the skin. And then going in with my beauty sponge to kind of just place everything where it needs to go. Have quite a bit. Camera went off, so I went ahead and I don't know if I put it in the clip, but I put this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Foundation in the color 101 Classic Ivory. I went ahead and put that onto my skin using an AOA Studio High Definition brush in F3. And I just went ahead and dabbed all that into my skin. And then now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and just kind of pounce that all over my face to make sure that the foundation is setting into my skin nicely. Not so much where I'm taking it off, but just where it's like putting it into my skin. And this foundation, like I mentioned in that previous video, the longevity of wearing it, I feel makes it look better and better. So the longer you wear it, not that I want to wear it, you know, all 24 hours, but it says a 25-hour, which is really funny because we only have 24 hours in a day. But I do think that the longer it's on your skin, the better it looks. So I do have some breakouts here. I'm going to just try to conceal those with my Makeup Revolution concealer and C4. I do have quite a bit of breakouts. Just going to add a little bit around my nose where it gets red, right in here. Have a breakout in here that has not wanted to go away. So just those little spots that I have. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my damp beauty sponge or beauty blender. This is actually a beauty blender. And I'm just going to blend all of that in. And I like to just push in the product, not so much where I'm moving it or taking it away. I don't know what happened to my camera, but like I said, it's a good thing I looked before I got any further because I noticed it did not get the footage from the foundation, and I'm not sure why. So just like that. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is conceal my under eyes using my Flower Beauty Full Coverage Concealer. And mine is in the color Fair. This is a very creamy concealer. I would say it's definitely great for dry under eyes, which I have. And I really do enjoy it. And I just take about that much. And I just take the damp sponge and gently press that into my under eyes. Just like so. And I'm trying to debate if I want to do false lashes or not. It's not an event like that you have to be super glam, but sometimes I like to wear them and other times I don't. I wore them for a recent event that I went to. Not event like a makeup event or anything, but it was a church event, and the whole night, and it was an emotional event, so crying and stuff. I'm very surprised they stayed on. But at times I was very sure they were going to fall off my eyes. But the glue and everything held up really, really well. So that was good. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead with the same sponge and I'm going to just go ahead and set my under eyes. And I'm going to use the Fit Me powder, the loose powder in Fair Light. And I forgot to mention to you guys in that video, that pan project video, there were a couple items that I did forget, and one of them was my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I have had that product for quite a while, and I should have included that in my last video, the pan project, but I completely forgot. And I'm just going to take the damp sponge. And I'll wipe away any remainder that I have under my eyes. I'll let it sit for a minute. I typically don't bake, but this time I'm just going to go ahead and try it. So like I was stating, that in that video I should have included that powder because, and I completely forgot, but I should have included it because it is a item that I have had for a little while, and that is something that I definitely need to finish up. So I'm going to go ahead and I should have used it in this video as well, but I don't have it here. So I just went ahead and used what I had so I didn't have to get up and go do that. But I'm going to use this Tarte BB Confidence Cream Powder Foundation on the rest of my face to set the rest of my face. And I'm going to be using this highlighting brush. It's a highlighting brush. I don't know where it's from. It was a gift from a friend, but I don't use it for highlighting. I actually use it for powder. And I'm just going to go ahead and gently set the rest of my face without moving the product. And I'm very close to hitting pan on this. So I'm glad that I put that in that video because this is really, really close to being done, which is exciting. And the fact that I'm not a powder girl typically, but I was able to use a full compact. I've really been happy about that. Okay, so just a little bit of that. Okay, so I'm good there. So now I'm going to go ahead and move into bronzer. I'm going to use this brush, F15 powder brush from Shany. I got these a long, long time ago. And I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the bronzer that I talked about as well. All of these, of course, as I said, majority of the products I'm using today are stuff that were in my pan project that I'm wanting to finish up. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And I also have it in the eyeshadow palette as well, which I can use. I can use both. I need to use both of them up. So we'll see how we do on that. Now, a question that I have, and I don't know this answer, and that's why I thought I would ask you guys, it came to my mind, is in fall, is it still typical to bronze the skin since it's not really sunny? Would you say that people should not bronze? Or, I'm sure contouring is still fine, but bronzing the skin? For me, I would think I would still want to bronze because I just like the way it makes my face look. And so I was wondering about that. And if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below if that's something that can still be done or should you not. But I have been using this bronzer consistently, getting ready, and even on my day-to-day, this is the bronzer that I've been pulling out and grabbing. So I do like it. It blends really nicely. Now I have these two blushes, and I'm not sure which one I want to use. But I have the NYX Amber and then this Studio Makeup in Wildflower. I told you guys that I got this from the Dollar Tree and this one from Ulta. So I'm going to use one of these. I think today I'm going to use this one, the Studio Makeup. And the brush that I'm going to be using for that is a E.L.F. Angled blush brush, and it looks just like that. And I'm going to tap it think I got too much product on that, for sure. I've noticed too that people have been not really bringing their brush, you know, blush like low, you know, down. But this is just how I like to do it, so. But I got a little bit too much right there, so I'm just going to take this Real Techniques and just kind of see if I could take some of that away. Blend it in a little bit more. It's like a stippling brush. Just blends everything in. Okay, so just like that. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to wait for my highlighter. So I'm going to go back to the eyes. And I'm going to just go ahead and curl my lashes. And I think today I'm not going to do the false lashes. I don't feel like doing that today, so I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and then I'm going to put my mascara, which can take me a little while. The mascara that I'm going to use is this Voluminous Carbon Black in the waterproof formula. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be back on here to finish up the rest of the eyes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and quickly finish up the rest of this look. My eyes, I'm going to take this Essence Smoky Eyes brush from Ulta. I paid less than $2 for this, and I'm going to just go back to that eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take this 520 Market, and I'm going to blend that on my lower lash line, and then I'm going to take the GRWM, which is this one here, and blend over that one. So I'm going to do that real quick. And I did finish up my upper mascara. And then I'm going to do my lower lashes with this Maybelline Lash Discovery. It's just a beautiful, beautiful brown, purplish brown color. Okay, and then now I'm going to go into that GRWM, that golden color, and just go over that brown. Okay, so just like that. And then I need to finish off with my highlighter. I'm using the Becca Opal. And I'm using this, I don't know where this brush is from. I think maybe TJ Maxx, something like that. Just going to take it in there, and I'm just going to apply it to the tops of my cheeks, like so, down the bridge of my nose. This is a beautiful, beautiful highlight, and I have truly, truly enjoyed using it. Take a little bit up on top here. Just blend that in. I love highlights, so I may overdo it for some of you guys, but this is just what I like. Just like that. Okay, a little bit on my chin, not too much. I don't really care too much for the chin one, but I do like everywhere else. Okay, so there's that. And then the last thing that I'm going to go ahead and do are my lips. And I was going to go in with this Maybelline Touch of Spice here. But I think because the eyes are so dark, I might go into this later. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and use this Viva Glam Satin MAC lipstick. Okay. So this is a fairly nude shade, but I like it. I think that it is very pretty, especially with this look. Oh, one more thing that I did want to do with this look real quick is that Rimmel Scandalize pencil. I wanted to go ahead and go in with this on my lower lash line, on my waterline, I mean. Okay guys, sorry, I came back on real quick because as I checked my footage, I noticed that I did not do an outro. So I finished last with adding the Rimmel Scandalize on my lower lash line. I put my lip on, which you guys did see, but I didn't do my outro. So I just wanted to complete this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video of me just getting ready, and not so much of a tutorial, but just me getting ready and using my project pan items that I'm wanting to finish up for 2008. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look that I came up with. Hopefully you can see it. And my lashes, like I stated, I didn't want to put falsies on today, but I think that it looks really, really good. Everything just tied in very well together. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.